Alrighty. I think we are currently live. So, a kind evening to you all. I am Kinsmark, this is Violator. And as per our usual Friday, we are resuming Dragon Age Origins.
So this is actually our second day in a row of streaming.
Yep.
Which is kind of awesome.
Likely to get followed with a third.
Because it's N7 day tomorrow, which means likely Mass Effect 3 multiplayer.
I haven't actually played that in ages.
I know. Before we go to bed, we both need to update it, you know, and hope that it's...
It hasn't received an update in a couple of years. What are you on about?
That's true. Well, we have to make sure it works.
EA
Anyway.
abandoned that a long time ago.
They did.
Because EA is like Konami in that EA is EA, and EA are almost the worst were it not for Konami.
In other words, fuck Konami?
Yeah. And I am still producing that video, for those who are curious. I don't think my list of impressions is long enough yet, so...
GTA Market says, sup?
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
And as a fair warning, I'm kind of tired. I was actually feeling really well earlier, because I actually slept last night, like, well, for the first time in, like, a week. So, I was feeling really well all day, and now I'm kind of, like, coming down from that, which is not convenient timing, considering we're only just getting started. So, apologies if I have to kind of cut it a little short tonight, because I might get somewhat fatigued.
Well, let's just do some side quests then, instead
Yeah,
of
like,
starting a new major...
Yeah, because I think at this stage we have a few side quests we can finish up, and then I think it's heading to one of the major human cities where a lot of the quests are leading. So if it seems like we can make an evening of simply wrapping up side quests, I may simply do that this evening. Otherwise,
go back to the mages and see if they want the dwarf lady.
Yeah, we have to complete that one, so that should take a little while. And
Marcus says, how's it going? Good, I hope.
Pretty well, actually.
Other than being kind of sleepy.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very minor complaint, so it's more or less just warning you all that I may cut it a little short this evening.
But yes, tomorrow is N7 day, which is pretty exciting.
In case anyone was not present for the stream we conducted yesterday, which I just kind of felt like streaming, so we did. The reasoning for the sort of dry spell on the channel for this past week is I had another lovely little confrontation with ye olde insomnia, so that meant that for like 3 days I hardly slept, and not for want of trying, however. It just meant I couldn't, like, at all. And then around the time when that was kind of concluding itself and I was actually starting to get sleepy and, you know, restful, is when our neighbors started with fixing the roof, and that means a lot of hammering.
Loud noises.
Exactly when I was laying down to get to sleep. So that meant like an hour after I had actually tried to get to sleep was when that started. And I actually kind of started to like rage twitch. It was affecting me. And so that kept me from sleeping for non-physiological reasons for like a day and a half. So I was in a state of exhaustion all week. And so that would not have made at all for good content creation as far as my presence on screen. And so, as I have in the past, you know, I opted for quality rather than quantity. Because I could have recorded stuff, it just would have come out like, and no one wants to watch that. So, instead, it was just like, as soon as they wrapped it up yesterday, I was like, alright, I can't like record because I'm still tired. However, I can at least stream and we can have fun, and I can at least release some kind of content because I hate missing days. So
Don says hello.
Hello, hello. And so I'm gonna attempt tomorrow. Like I said, we're gonna stream some. However, I also want to set aside some time to record what I didn't have the capability and then the audio contamination concerns. Ability as well to record the last few days, which means I have several like one-off indie games that I want to play. I want to get started on a couple of other things. I want to resume Rage. So hopefully,
there's just a lot going on.
and the forecast around here is that it's going to rain for most of the week, which means
We have
might as well shut myself in and record. So, yeah. And for those who are keeping track of some of the news, I don't think it's made like national or even international news this time around for some reason, even though I did last time. Texas is once again, I'm sorry, I just like smacked the mic, under siege from the weather. So again, the area where we used to live is
underwater,
flooding, and it's a very good thing we moved from our old apartment when we did,
because we would have been underwater twice now.
Yeah, like I've seen some video of the area like around the street corner from where we used to live, and there's like knee-deep water in parking lots, and that's up the hill from where we used to live, a fair ways up the hill, which means, yeah, completely submerged our old apartment. So
which is a good thing we're not there, because we did not have renter's insurance.
Yeah, it's kind of a surreal thought to think of what like happened after we left there. So I'm just very glad we did.
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't hurt that the quality of...
Yeah, because the place changed hands around a year after we moved in, and the new administration was less than stellar quality. So, I think...
Marcus says, so you're streaming tomorrow as well? Internet lagging again, so I caught only a small bit just now.
Yes, we are streaming as well tomorrow in celebration of N7 Day, November the 7th, which means we're going to stream some Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, which is pretty much the only thing one could really stream for that. Like, I know the official, like, BioWare Twitch accounts, I assume it's some of the BioWare folks, are streaming, I think, if I recall correctly, it's the entirety of the Citadel DLC for Mass Effect 3. I want to actually stream the entirety of the Mass Effect trilogy at some point, and since we're still in the middle of this, I don't want to kick that off yet, so...
But we should definitely make Kai Shepard.
Yeah. So one of these days, that's on the stream schedule. However, that's pretty far off. So for tomorrow, all we're doing is some of the co-op Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, which I used to really enjoy. I just haven't played it in ages.
Yep.
So let's see.
It's the first shooter I ever played. Not even joking.
What have we to do? Have I completed the Blackstone Regulars thing?
No. This is a thing that...
Right, we still have one of them in Denerim? Yeah, Denerim. So I still have to do that. What about Grease the Wheels? What is that? Deliver the notices of appreciation to 5 hooded couriers in Denerim. Okay, so that's another one leading us to Denerim.
Don asks if he minds if he calls you Mark, or Kinsmart.
Sure?
Kin, K, Mark.
That's just weird, because I follow Markiplier so much, so I associate that name with him.
But, you know, whatever you want.
I mean, whatever works. I don't really mind.
Whatever shortened version you want to do.
I am not picky when it comes to that. Alright, let's see. So...
That's the Circle of Magi.
That's the Circle of Magi. I'm just kind of taking stock of what I might need to do this evening. I
still want to do that one.
I haven't actually touched my survival skill in ages, so... If I level at all this evening, remind me. Increase survival so I can finally complete that mission. Let's see. Mage's Treasure. Right, there's still some stuff hidden in the... I don't want to go crawling all over the woods, though. I may just not finish that one. Apologies.
You know I could look it up, right?
Well, that's true.
Here, I'll look it up. I'll look it up. How about that?
Alistair's family, that's...
Oh, he was talking to GTA Marcus. Oh. Ha ha ha.
Oh.
I knew that.
Oh.
I knew that. I'm not stupid. So...
Right, we attempted this one, and I got curb stomped.
The mages.
That's the Kill Flemeth thing. So, let me close some of these.
He still calls Kin Mr. K. Okay, so...
That works.
Okay, side quest.
Urn of Sacred Ashes.
I have
Is this a thing we can do? Alright, so that's another one leading to Denerim. All of these lead to Chanter's thing. Ah, what?
We can do. Let's do the Brazilian Forest thing because I do have that open on Wikia now.
Yeah. Alright, so that's one I can't search for. That's just a random encounter. Lothering. I've already completed all these.
So, in other words, we need to go back to Lothering to the Chanter's Pool.
Actually...
Yeah.
You have... I've already gotten my reward, though. So...
Well, then maybe we should go back and see if there's any more.
I don't know. Because it says I was rewarded for that one. It doesn't say anything about these. I'll check it, if nothing else.
Miss T says, "Hey, Ez."
Hello.
And she says, "Chove is great." And Pyro says, "Hey."
I have my fun with Trove. I might stream that at some point. Because it would, I think it would make for a really chill relaxing stream. And we could actually get a lot of people on, like, onto the same server, because you can just friend us through the game and then join straight onto us. And since there's no PvP, no one's gonna stream snipe, so alright. Let's see.
Let's do Lothering in the Brazilian Forest.
Yeah.
Us and our new... Yeah, Misty says, yes! I would totally want in on that. We're not surprised. Al?
Yep. Let's see.
Let's bring Zeb for a while.
Yeah, might as well.
Yes.
And
White mage?
win. Yeah.
Yes.
So we can always use a healer.
Okay.
Except, where is Lothering? That's Brazilian outskirts. Forest, ruins, Redcliffe. Where the hell is Lothering? Orzammar. Where is it?
It might be that...
Ostagar, Korkari Wilds, Caravan. Is it not reachable anymore? I'm really starting to think it might.
What's the thing up top?
That's the camp.
No. That.
That's Denerim. Yeah, so I must have finished Lothering because can't reach it.
What's the Skull and Crossbones?
Where is that?
In the middle of the map?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was sacked.
That's because that's the blight.
Yeah.
That black thing is the blight.
Yeah.
So it...
Has it actually, like, spread as the game progressed? I haven't paid attention to that.
I think so.
It probably has. How in the hell is Flemeth's Hut in the core of their controlled areas not just completely overrun with them?
Magical.
That's...
He says, happy 5th, y'all.
Remember, the 5th of November. Which was yesterday, actually.
Yes. And Pirate says, Fallout 4 on Tuesday! And Marcus says, I'm shipping up to Boston on Tuesday. Okay, why don't we do let's do the forest. The Brazilian forest.
Fine. Thing is, I don't know which ones I've already got.
Well,
So
that's why I need you to look in your inventory, because there's no way you don't have it.
I forgot. We gave him a Shaki sword.
Do we have the Juggernaut helm?
I think so. Let me see.
Flemeth has mastery of Russian space magic.
He's wearing Rockemucker.
Okay, what about plate boots? Juggernaut plate boots. Is he wearing Juggernaut plate boots?
Yep.
Okay, is he wearing plate gloves? Juggernaut plate gloves. And the plate armor? I think that means all we have is the hat left. Because that's the one thing he's not wearing.
Alrighty then. Who are you? Why are you out here?
Ooh, they're
like skinned.
That's awful.
Are you a creepy, like, hide collector? Sup? Whoa! I don't.
What?
Alright, straight to the stabby
What
then.
is he? What's it say?
Trickster Whim. Alright then.
What the fuck is that?
I have no
Look
idea.
at the poor animal too.
Yeah.
They started doing it to it.
He's using like the shadow clone jutsu. Come on then. You wanna go, sucker?
Gruesome.
Stab you in the spine, yo. I just realized I need to level people. Whoa, whoa, hey, 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 whoa, hey, hey, whoa.
This fool says he wants your face.
Oh my. This guy's actually really tough.
I believe we can do it.
You guys have that. I need to get rid of this. I can stun it, stab it in the spine. I say it because I'm sure it's an illusion. Hi there. There we are.
Oh.
What you got? Soda. Alright. Soda trap. Ooh,
No,
magnets.
we're attacked with the potato peelers.
Magnets
Says John.
bolts.
Ooh.
Those are pretty good. Win. Might have a little something for you here.
Can I give her a new hat, please? They're so bad. And I found out why we never got it in the Brazilian forest. Because the gravestone can't be interacted with until you've, like, you can't mess with it until you've already activated one of the other ones.
Gotcha.
So we probably found it first.
Yeah.
We didn't have the quest yet.
Alrighty. Actually, Zev, is there anything decent I can hand you?
No, that's why we need to have him with us, so that we remember to give him stuff when we find it.
Is this dagger any superior to yours?
And Pyro
Not
says,
really.
trying to remember if Fallout New Vegas will crash when I load it or not.
No. Alright. Yeah, I've kind of gone on a, like, Mod Spotlight script writing spree lately, so...
A little bit crazy, just a tad.
I think I've written somewhere in the realm of like 7 to 9-ish Mod Spotlight scripts in the last like 3 days. Because it was like eating at me to not have any content to release.
That was just a random oh gosh, we're going through for Elton.
So,
oh, we made it. Okay, so we need to be in the West Brazilian forest.
Okay.
Is where we need to be. I don't know if we're there right now. Check your map.
No, we're not.
Have you changed your mind yet? Are you willing to speak seriously of your bosom? As you wish. No, I do not wish to speak of my bosom. But it is a marvelous bosom. I have seen women half your age who have not held up half so well. Perhaps it is a magical bosom? Stop talking about my bosom. But I thought you wished to speak seriously. I do. I thought, however foolishly, that you might be willing to speak of your past. We can do that. There have been many bosoms in my past, though only few as fine as yours. Enough. I'm ending this conversation.
That's what you get for trying to pry.
Pyro says, saw your Twitter post, 5 in 1 day. Nice. Yep.
Yeah,
We need to up our survival skill.
I was kind of coping with the whole, like, I can't record, so I need to feel like I'm working on something, so I've done a lot of writing.
So which exit is to west?
Well, there is no exit to west. There's just the way to get into the woods.
Well, then let's do that then. We might be able to do the fast travel from the map in the woods.
There is no fast travel.
Oh, okay. Well, we need to go to the west Brazilian. But I'll need to see the map so I can direct you, or try. Which part of the West Brazilian? Okay, so map please. Okay, so on the eastern part of the area north of the Grand Oak. Oh, Ancient Tombstone, that's it.
Oh.
We need to go there.
Yeah, okay.
5 scripts, not bosom stairs, says Pyro. It's okay, we understood.
I see the arrow. The arrow of destiny points my way. Hi there. Thanks for a sack of money.
Wait, turn
Appreciate
around
that.
real quick.
Man.
I thought I saw another Sparky's name. but
Yeah,
maybe
it's
not.
just a shrub. I've pretty much stopped collecting those because they're completely useless. There's a lot of collectibles in this game that they don't need to exist. Like, I am seriously confused as to what in the hell was happening with the development of this game.
I don't know.
Because it seems like they were trying to do a lot of things that just never came together at all.
Never went where they...
Why is this here if I can't...
I don't know.
BioWare. What the hell?
I don't know. Don't look at me.
Is this the thing? Yeah, this is the thing. Do I have to come at it from down there?
Probably.
Aha!
Oh.
Here we are. This is the tombstone of a Tevinter general. The epitaph makes it clear that his spirit was left to guard over something.
That's
Actually,
that's what we have to...
Wait.
Up. Wait. Level people. Level people first.
That's an idea too.
You're welcome.
So, Al, we're gonna make you super strong. That's just a thing that's gonna happen. And increase your combat tactics, I suppose. How's about Weapon und Shield? Shield defense. What does the next thing do? Shield balance.
Harry says, was it to guard bosoms? Who knows? Maybe. It might have been. We might never know.
Alright. I think we'll give him the Templar capstone. Holy smite! I know, they're out. So that means we also need to level Zev.
You're so tasty, though.
Ooh, Zev, you're cunning. Needs an increase. There we are.
So tasty.
Who's making survival?
No, I don't have
wait,
it
no.
anymore.
Stealing. We already have 2 experienced thieves, so I guess I'll just increase survival. Yeah.
Ooh, that means we might be able to use him to do the quest with the...
No, we can't.
Huh?
He's only at level 2.
Oh, never mind. Elven space... Magic Elven space bosoms that shot lasers says fire.
I am a fan of the bleed damage.
Bosoms were tasty? No,
wait,
no.
There's room for a couple of them.
I had cherry tomatoes, and I ran out, and they were tasty.
Alright, we will max... Well, we can max his stealth or go with coup de grace. I think I'm going to go with coup de grace simply because I cannot take care of the stealth stuff myself. Alright, so now we save.
Can I get you a letter so you can get off my back?
Ah, shut up. Mr. Tombstone. Who wants to go? You want to go? Because we're going to go. I still have no idea how I stun a Skelly. Whatever. I'll take it. What just happened? That looks like lag, and yet this isn't an online game.
No, I think we got like, somehow.
Except everyone else moved. Alright, I think it's dead.
Black Panda's gonna say space laser bosoms would be nice.
Hold
No, afraid not.
on. Al. Al, don't you die on me. Win. Why are you falling down on your job of keeping Al alive?
He's our frontliner.
You're the healer, he's the tank. Come on. Get with the program. Win. Damn it, Win. Thank you. There we are.
I see what you're saying.
Damn it, Win. Must I always do your job for you?
Ooh, Zed is down. Oh, wait.
Oh, well, yep, he is.
Yeah.
There we are. Problem solved. You're staggering sideways. You're kind of crooked.
Oh, there
It's all,
it is.
it's all good.
It's okay.
Juggernaut helm, heavy plate armor. Sweet.
Alright.
So,
Guess
quest
what?
completed.
Yep.
Al, have a new hat, because I'm pretty sure it is superior to what you are currently wearing, and yes, it is. Kind of a lot.
And guess what? Now
Woo!
it matches.
Ooh. You look like you're wearing Dark Souls armor now.
I like it. I approve.
Complete with the blue feather.
Yep. Miss T says,
Alright.
as a healer, perhaps they were having a falling out, and she's letting him die a little bit more in retaliation. And Pyre says she fell down because her bosoms were too heavy. Marcus says, God, I hate this internet. What did I miss? Was disconnected for a while. Lots of bosom jokes.
Fought some revenants, stabbed a skelly, stunned it somehow, because physiology be damned. There we go. And we found the new helmet. So now Owl looks like the Dark Souls Knight.
But I like it. Okay, so that's one quest down. Apparently there's supposed to be like some kind of mystical site of power landmark in that same area that's located with the Places of Power quest, but I don't think we have the quest yet, so it doesn't count.
I don't know.
But
Let's head on.
Alright, what's our next?
Pretty much everything else leaves to dinner.
Wait, no. We had, didn't we want to do the irregulars?
Oh, wait. This is it. This was the thing. The thing killing people on trade routes was one of the creatures you summoned in the Circle of Magi's Tower. Return to the Chantry and report that the danger has passed. Alright then. Let's head to the tower.
Let's do that, and we need to go to the thing. Praise the sun, says Pyro. We need to go to the Circle of Magi and ask about the dwarf lady who wants to do stuff with magic. We need to up our survival skill to do the hollow thing, but it should be easy enough to come back for that because it's just here in camp.
You have not asked me about my conscience for some time, my darling Wynn.
That is correct. And I am not your darling.
You two are adorable.
So once again I am rejected, just as I am by the cruel, cruel fates. They are harsh mistresses to the elves.
Saffron, I am old enough to be your grandmother.
You say that like it's a band-aid.
And what would you do with me if you had me? This is a game you play, nothing more.
Ah, you are a cynical woman, Wynn. Cynical and powerful. Drives me mad with desire.
And Wynn's just like, okay!
Anything?
I'm going to walk away now.
You two are adorable. Alright, so... Circle Tower?
Is that where the Chantry thing is?
I don't know.
Oh shit.
Well!
We broke it. We're sorry.
Stuff's happening.
That's the light dragon?
Mm-hmm.
The Archdemon?
Hi there.
Did we just wake up from a horrible, horrible nightmare of doom?
Was that necessary?
You're awake. Did you feel it too?
I don't know.
It was like the Archdemon saw us. Saw us. What does that mean? I think... Wait. Did you hear that?
Ah,
Yes,
crap.
I heard that.
What's happening?
That.
Yeah,
We
screechers.
don't have control over any of those.
Yeah.
All NPCs
It's a nightmare. I'm calling it early. This is a nightmare.
That or it was an ambush. Like he scouted us out and sent things.
Nah, I think it's a nightmare.
It's all a nightmare?
Yep.
The whole thing?
Well, that was easy. Is that all you got?
You! Let alone.
Who the hell are you? Tamlin?
Wait, is that our friend
That's the guy from the very start of the game. Alright, maybe it's not a nightmare.
Don't come near me! Stay away!
We're already like...
Oh.
Alright.
Oh, he doesn't want us to get infected.
Nah, man. Nah, come here.
Don't look at me! I am sick!
I can see that. The hell happened to you?
The song in my head, it calls to me. He sings to me. I can't stop it. Don't want to hurt you, let alone. Please, stop me.
Can we heal you somehow?
Too far. You cannot help me.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
I'm so sorry, let alone. Never wanted this.
Well, gotta put him out of his misery.
Marcus's 2 words, dental. Miss T says nightmare game super.
Was that?
name was Tamlin.
Tamlin? Then he was the one who was with you when you... I'm so sorry. This is what happens when the taint is left unchecked. It's better for him to have it end. It was a mercy.
Aww. What will they send next?
Fortification should be built around the camp.
Yeah, can't get a bloody night's rest. Some assassins.
Well,
That sucked.
that was
Pyrus'
nice.
sad trombone. That was sad.
I haven't actually chatted with you in camp yet. How's it going?
There you are. Wanted to talk to you.
What about? Wow, that's exactly what I said.
You and I, you know how sometimes you spend time with people and things.
Take your time.
What is it? What's on
I
your mind?
was thinking, I do know some people out here on the surface. A person, actually. A girl I knew in Orzammar. Before I left, obviously.
Who is she?
Her name's Felsi. She and I were friends after
Right.
Bronca left for the deep roads. I'm sure she's forgiven me by now. Thought maybe I'd track her down, see how she's been living.
Forgiving you for what? What do you mean you were friends? I mean, I think I know what you mean. It's just
Well,
worth
yeah.
asking.
Well, what is she doing on the surface? I'd rather.
What? Why are you asking me? I didn't do anything.
Hey, I mean,
Last I
it's getting
heard,
touchy, man.
She was gonna live with her mother on the surface near some lake. Clean, bad lake.
She went to the Circle of Magi?
Yeah, I saw it. I don't remember.
And Bunny says, "Sup, you magnificent scrubs."
Howdy, howdy. You mean like Helen had?
No, I think it was clean bad. I remember because I thought, yeah, that's right. Dirty good, clean bad. Yeah. But thanks for offering to take us there. You're a good friend, Warden. What was it you wanted to say?
Let me know more about you. You seem fascinating in a
My friends,
dirty, I kind of need a shower sort of way.
bosoms, says Pyro.
What about?
What?
And your helmet disappeared. You know, that's another question. You sure you're fine with the whole, you know, what happened with Bronca thing?
Oh, sure. I'm fine with it. I mean, she was a real firebrand between the sheets, but a bit soft in the skull, you know what I mean? Explains why she left anyway.
You're handling this well.
Handling what? Bronca? That treasure's been long buried. Ancestors take me. You people whine like tea kettles around here.
Just asking, man.
Oh, but he approves.
Come to talk to old Ogren, have you? Don't know why.
I like your... What's wrong?
What's wrong, Ogren?
Nothing. I'm fine. Just, I got a hornet in my eye is all. Did you want to talk about something?
I'd like to know more about you.
What about?
The Swordsman?
What's it like to be a warrior in Orzammar?
You get a sword or an axe, and are told to go out and defend your city. It's the best thing in the world. That is until you try to live in the city you saved.
That sounds familiar.
What do you mean?
I mean, they train you to kill, teach you to harness your rage at the first noise you hear, then try to set 100 sodding rules about it. Like those provings. Ancestors show their favor through the strongest arm, right? So why so many rules saying how to fight and when you win and not to bloody kill? Killing's what swords are for.
Miss T says, "Well, I like this guy." Yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah, I can kind of see what you mean.
You toss a nug to a deep stalker, you don't expect it not to eat the thing, right? This makes me cranky. Don't you have any other inane questions?
How do you like the surface? You still afraid you're gonna fall into the sky or whatever it is?
It's sodding great. At first I was a little queasy with all that air, but so much of it. No one has any idea who you are or what you're doing. And the ale. Ooh, who'd have thought ale made with grain? Aye, the surface is great. It's like a big, bright world of filth without a ceiling. My kind of place.
Glad you like it.
Let's go find something to kill, huh? All this talk makes my hands twitchy.
Charming.
Okay. Well, he approves. Let's go, shall we? We were. Should we talk to Al again?
I don't know. Stan, you feel like being less of an asshole?
Probably not.
Maybe.
Yes.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Of course not. You know what? Never mind.
Very well.
I can never chat with him about anything.
As you wish.
See ya.
Such a douche. I don't like him.
He's a puppy.
He's a puppy. Can we pet him?
Can you do something about
No,
this gory mess?
He'll lick it off of us. Oh. You have to kill Day.
He's a puppy. He's a puppy.
Okay. Safe?
Yep.
Okay, look, there's a body over there.
Cool. Well, anything you want to chat about?
I must say that traveling with you has opened my eyes to how wrong some are about the Dalish. You are not at all savage, and I've not seen you snatch away women and children without provocation.
Okay, hang on. Marcus says, can we have this guy as a follower in Fallout 4? And Pyro says, wait, then what is Dwarven Ale made from if not grain? And Misty says, shrooms?
Yeah, mushrooms, I'd wager.
And Scarlet says, hi guys, watching on my new phone. Hey.
Sweetness. Fun times.
We're often...
Yeah, we're often misunderstood. We're kind of used to it.
If my people were more open to interacting with yours, we could do away with such misperceptions.
Yeah. Yeah, true story. There are close-minded individuals on both sides.
I hear many city folk talk about how wonderful it must be to live simpler lives, close to the earth. They could learn from the Dalish.
They like the idea of it. I'm not so sure they'd find themselves fond of the reality. Do you think as a quaint curiosity...
I'm sorry. I did not mean it like that.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't trying to belittle your culture. I have met very few elves, and those that I have met were pledged to the service of Orlesian nobles.
That sounds terrible.
Elven servants are well compensated for their services. Some of them live richer lives than humans.
And what happens if they change their minds?
Is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at.
Mm-hmm. Like a prize-winning animal, yeah. That sounds a lot like that.
No, I did not mean it that way.
Maybe not you.
My words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend. I am sorry.
You don't need to apologize for other people's assholes. Yeah, apology accepted.
Thank you. You have given me a lot to think about.
We should save. Pyro says, or rather, Misty says, can't think of much else that doesn't require sunlight to grow.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And Pyro says, hey kids, want to see a dead, body? No, Ken, have you ever seen Helsing a Bridge?
It is indeed awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Did they do one of those this year? I know they do it every Halloween.
I never checked.
I have to check that this year. I forgot to. Al?
Yes.
I had another dream about the Archdemon.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, I figured.
I got the feeling at the end there that it saw us, was aware of us, whatever you want to call it. Could have just been my imagination, I suppose. What do you think?
I think we should stay on guard.
I think we need to be extra careful.
Uh-huh.
I thought we were already being extra careful.
Well, more.
Does that mean we have to be extra careful now?
Yes.
Great. There I was enjoying my nap.
No more
I guess
naps.
one thing is certain, at least, isn't it? It's official. This is a blight.
Yeah,
We've seen the dragon.
we kind of established that.
Misty says, "Well, this Alistair is great. Yes, he got rid of my loathing for the name. No, save first, because who knows what the heck's gonna come out of it."
Sup, Zev?
Here I am.
Yes, you are.
Do we want-
Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
What's your opinion of the Dalish?
I know little enough of the Dalish other than the fact that my mother was one, or so I was told. She had fallen in love with an elven woodcutter and accompanied him back to the city, leaving her clan behind for good. And there, of course, the woodcutter died of some filthy disease, and my mother was forced into prostitution to pay off his debts. Oldest tale in the book.
Not entirely, no. That's horrible. Was it the woodcutter? I mean, that's kind of obvious. Yeah, we're just gonna go with, yeah, that's horrible. That kind of sucks, man.
I'm sorry.
Is it? It seemed normal enough a tale growing up.
That's because that's all you knew.
Different than the other elven boys in the whorehouse. I didn't know my mother either, of course. She died giving birth to me. My first victim, as it were. We were all raised communally by the whores. It was a happy enough existence, ignoring the occasional beating. Until eventually I was sold to the crows. I brought a good price, so I hear.
Aww. Marcus says, I think it got delayed until December this year.
Ah, okay, gotcha. And yet you're oddly cheerful. There's where the full was coming from. About it all. I assume that's a coping mechanism.
Probably.
It could have been much worse.
How?
I'll tell you about what happened to the other whorehouse boys who did not fetch a decent price with the crows.
Alright, that's fair.
Surely your life has not been so idyllic. People like you and I are not the product of happy lives of contentment, after all.
Fair statement. Yeah, you can say that again.
My original point is that my mother's Dalish nature was always a point of fascination for me. Through all the years of my crow training, the one thing of my mother's that I possessed was a pair of gloves. They were of Danish make, I knew that much, and beautiful. I had to keep them hidden, of course, as we were not allowed such things. Eventually, they were discovered, and I never saw them again.
I already gave you these. I think this is a conversation it kind of assumed I already had with him.
I know the sort of gloves you speak of.
I suppose you would. I'd always wanted another. In fact, I ran off to join a clan once when they drew near Antiva City, thinking that there I would find my true calling. Naturally, the reality did not live up at all to the fantasies I had constructed as a boy, staring at those gloves. But such is life. Come, enough talk of the Dalish. Let us move on.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so Scarlett says, she seems quite the doormat. Well, the one who says sorry so much she could be Canadian. Okay, let's go.
Hang on. Morgan, anything?
What do you wish of me?
I don't know.
If you must.
No, not really.
We've already asked all that. Alright, let's go.
So, yeah, that's pretty much everyone. Alrighty. So let's save and head on.
Back to the circle. Al? Misty says,
Alrighty.
she's awesome. Which one's she? Which she? Love her. Oh, Morgan. Her outfit is pretty cool.
Yeah, she looks cool.
No lie. She's kind of bitchy, but her outfit.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, these are. Oh.
Those are dwarves.
We're coming!
I'm coming! Can I, if I, there we go. Ranged attacks. Kill the ogre.
Oh, good lord.
Kill it dead. And I know the ogre's not really doing anything, it's just standing there. Still. It's essentially their artillery.
It was the one. It's the one.
Yep, there we go. Kill it, kill it.
Oh. I don't think it liked us.
Twinges a little. Healy salve. Alright, kill it. There we go. Now range support for everyone else. There's another ogre.
Oh dear lord.
Crap. Alright, all of ours are still up. Alright, Al's healed. Zev is close to needing help. Oh, he needs to get Healy's in his hotbar. That sounds suggestive. There we go. Alright. So now use one. And return to here. Alright. Zev! You got an awesome moment! I thought that was just a Warden's only thing. Welcome to the club, man!
Glad to have you.
Ooh, quartz. Wait, no, there we go. least we put more of a hurt on them than they did on ours.
Ooh,
Or quartz.
Quartz is good. I like quartz.
Yeah, it sells for a pretty
Can
penny.
we talk to the...
How's it going?
Orzammar has heard your call. We march for you, Warden.
Awesome.
Orzammar has heard your call.
That's so cool. And she says, that was awesome, Zev. Yes, it was.
Spirit bomb.
What is Spirit Bomb again?
It just gives you a little magic resistance.
Oh.
It's not really
What about the other ogre? Did we loot it?
Yeah. Money.
Yay, money.
Alright. Simple
Money,
enough.
money, money.
Let's keep on. Actually, save first.
Keep on keeping on.
Indeed.
We'll get to the Mage's Tower eventually.
One of these days.
One of these days.
Are we there yet? When? Oh, hey. Alright. Who do I need to talk to?
Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the circle is well on its way to recovery.
Excellent. Dagna of Orzammar wishes to study magic.
Orzammar, indeed. You have piqued my curiosity. It is common knowledge that dwarves lack the aptitude for spellcraft. She will never be able to weave the simplest magic, no matter how hard she tries.
Yeah, that's what I didn't have the heart to tell her. I don't think she minds. She still wants to learn, though. Yeah, she's aware of this, but her interest hasn't waned.
Fascinating. I suppose the circle should be flattered.
Yeah, that's your call. She is willing to give up caste and clan for this.
I see. If she is willing to sacrifice so much for this, then we should feel honored. Tell Dagna of Orzammar that this path will not be easy. But if she chooses it, then she is welcome here at the circle.
Excellent.
She will live and study with the tranquil, and perhaps the apprentices when it is appropriate.
Alright, fair enough.
Thank you, First Enchanter.
Ah, if only the circle was in better shape. I fear she may be disappointed when she arrives.
I doubt that.
You'll have an extra pair of hands to help you build.
Mm-hmm.
This will be interesting. She could tell us much about our dwarven neighbors. Yes, the more I think about it, the more I like the idea. I shall take this as an indication that perhaps things are starting to look up for the circle. Thank you.
Is there anything?
You've already done much for the circle. Now you must see to your duty as a Grey Warden.
Alright then.
I wish you well. Know you will always be welcome here.
Marcus says, I'm about to shoot my router if it keeps disconnecting. There's somebody Chantry that we're supposed to talk to. What's it say?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's this.
Where is that?
Doesn't say. Maybe it's because this is something we summoned in the Circle of Magi Tower. Maybe it's this guy.
My men have scouted the tower. It's a mess, but the abominations are gone. You were very thorough. I'm impressed.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Circle will be back to normal in no time.
In no time. Doubtful. But it doesn't hurt to be optimistic sometimes. I shan't keep you then. Farewell.
But wait. I have things
My men have scouted
to
the
discuss.
tower.
Tyrus
Yeah, shut up.
says, I'm afraid the shells will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
No,
Alright, so he's not who I talked to, clearly. You're a merchant, I remember you.
Does he have anything useful for us?
Probably not, because he's from a long time ago.
You really killed all those abominations?
Yep.
I didn't think it was possible.
Well, it is.
I thought we'd all die here.
Well, you were wrong.
I'm sure you need supplies after that.
Maybe.
Don't you?
Possibly.
Yeah, sure. Let's trade. Well, we do have some stuff to sell. Does he have any backpacks?
I don't know. Wait. Injury kit. And I'll get some health poultices, because can't have too many of those.
Check and see if he has a backpack.
Yeah, hang on. of these things that I'm just not sure I'm going to use. Alright, well, let's see what else you got. Your inventory. I wonder if all merchants' inventories just scale up with your level.
Probably.
Seems like it. I love that description. This minor magical charm captures the viewer's attention and distract. Ooh, pretty. That's funny. Alright, let's see.
What's that?
Tome of Arcane Technique. Yeah, we've already seen that.
Is it something we might want?
Not really. Underwheel's Blessing. Wow. That's kind of crazy.
It's really expensive.
Super
too.
expensive. So, backpack. Give me that.
Wait, what expert rune is that? What's that do?
Play armor, so that's spell resistance.
Oh. So it's
Alright.
the Hellfire Axe and door guns on the vertibird, now even more deadly. So
the Chantry.
wait. What's right next to this?
That's just the docks.
That might be where the Chantry dude was.
Actually, that's where
Yeah.
Ogren's like girlfriend,
is,
whatever,
I think.
whatever she is
So
to him.
let's just go there. Yeah, let's explore that particular area. Maybe there's Chantry dude we're supposed to talk to here.
Let's see. Hey there, friendo. You want to talk smack like you did the first time I came around?
Templar and mage, who gave their lives defending the circle. May they find peace at last.
I guess that's a no. All right, cool.
There's another dude on the dock, by the way.
I know, he's just the ferryman. Well, hey there.
At a point, we could all be victims of someone else's imagination.
Dude.
Just players in a play. Exactly. You, I, everything. All a dream.
Oh boy.
But whose dream? And for whose amusement? Some being of cosmic power.
What if we're all just the dream of a god, man?
What, you're serious? They got all this grip, all the war. They've only got a boil. I got a boil the size of your nose on my big toe, and some beings are enjoying it.
That's more than I needed to know, man.
Sick bastards, if you ask me. I still maintain they're more enlightened than that. If I ever come across one of them, I'll give them a platform.
Seriously, guys, lay off the
lay off the
herb. Hey, how's it going?
Good to see you again.
Oh, he's from the mate.
The spoiled princess. Good evening, locals. Locals. Oh god, don't freeze. Alright, well, can I just not stare at the back of Wynn's neck? Alright, cool. Look, Vegeta. Locals.
Hey, look, that's a chest. Is it stealing?
Probably not.
All right.
Love letter. Ooh. Just gonna steal that. No one mind.
Is there any...
Shady patron. Hey. What you up to, Sketchatron?
What are you looking at? Can a man drink in peace?
No.
I feel like, we're gonna have to come back for you, sir.
Disgruntled patron.
Water down hill, damp beds, rickety stools. Why do I even bother?
I don't know, man. Why are you in here?
I'm sorry I wasn't here for when you picked up the Chantry quest, because I would have been able to tell you who and where.
Eh, it's all good.
Actually, what's it called?
I don't know.
Go back to the quest.
Hang on. Oh, wait. Hey, dwarf lady.
Chelsea!
What can I get for you? And don't say mead. We ran out of that a week ago. And don't say rum, either. Ran out the day before yesterday. And don't say brandy.
Right. When'd you run out of brandy?
Oh, we haven't yet. It's just terrible. We got it from a shady Orlesian trader, and I think it might really be turpentine.
All right.
I need tables clean, girl.
I've got a customer.
Your name is Felcy?
Mm-hmm.
Aye. Who wants to know?
That guy. Well, actually, he's not here with me. Let me go get him.
You don't happen to know a fellow named Ogren, do you?
Uh-huh.
Did you have to bring his name up? I just ate.
You're on that good of terms, are you?
So you're not exactly a fan of his, then?
Uh-huh.
You could say that. You could also say I would rather kiss a deep stalker on the lips than see him again.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
What all went on there?
What happened? Is that a serious question? Have you met Ogren?
Yeah.
He got drunk. Drunker than usual, even.
That's saying something.
Took off his pants and challenged a roast nug to a wrestling match at my father's funeral. He lost, by the way. The roast got him in an arm lock. He sat there crying for half an hour before someone pulled it off him.
How did he lose to a piece of meat?
It was a sodding good roast.
Elsie, what in Andraste's name are you doing? The table's...
You have no customers, shut up!
Right! I've got to get back to work.
Right.
Okay.
So, So do we try to play Reunite or just be like, Ogren, I'm sorry, I couldn't find her?
I don't know yet. Look at the quest thing for me, will ya?
Let's see.
What's it called?
Unintended consequences. Full life consequences.
Oh my gosh. Unintended. Oh, the trickster's whim. That was it.
Yeah. That was the guy.
Chance the party will meet a trickster's whim. Encounter takes place. Dispatch the trickster and return to a chantry representative. Just any chantry representative.
Okay. So, well, I know where to find at least one of them.
So Bobman says, "Hey!"
Hey.
He got dinged by Nightbot.
Oh, did Nightbot kick him?
Yes.
Sorry, Bob.
Bobman says, "How's everyone?"
Doing all right.
You don't get a reward, but I think we should complete it anyway. We just need to find some chantry anywhere.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
To Redcliffe, where I know there are chantry peeps.
And Matthew says, "Hello, all you beautiful people."
Wasn't that Jacksepticeye's original intro? It was really awkward. Hello, all you beautiful people out there. Like, that was his original intro.
I don't think so.
It was.
Was it really?
Yes, it was.
Are you sure?
When he first got started, that was his intro.
That's a horrifying
It was
thought.
so cringy and awkward.
Bowman says, "How about that preloading hype?" Oh, Miss T getting hugs from Menthius. Well, he hugs, but they count. They count.
You're a Templar. Do you count as a chantry representative? I don't know. Maybe.
Move along, Frank.
Fine. Very well.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okie dokie.
Come along, Alistair. We don't need his kind.
We still need to find... Don't we still have a quest for this?
For what?
The Andraste's Ashes or whatever?
I don't know. Something like that.
Micah says, "My brother's taking up a bandwidth. See you on YouTube." Oh, yeah. There. Chantry.
Yay! Who are you? Oh, you're just a guard.
Those stung with 100 arrows, those suffering from ailments both great and small, his heart is strong.
That was oddly rude and polite of the dude up there. Yep, there we go. Let's check the board, see if there's anything new.
Can I get you a ladder so you
Nope.
can get off my back?
Awesome.
Alright.
What else we got?
Can I chat with you? Oh, you're the irregulars guy.
We
Anything
still have
in
something
here?
from him, don't we?
Yeah, because there's still one of their guys I need to meet in Denver.
Menthius says, "I can tell you a downside of a big stream live.
These are terrible times.
Patch day just ruins your traffic. Patch day? What?
Say what?
Menthius says, "I can tell you a downside of a big stream live. Patch day just ruins your traffic." I don't understand. But that might just... Oh, big Steam library.
Oh, yeah.
Patch day just ruins traffic. Yes. Yes. And for some reason I read Stream instead of Steam.
Who's this guy?
I don't know.
Oh, wait. He was one of the ones I had to deliver a message to at one point. Yep. He's the Mages Collective. Okay.
We got anything else? What's our questies?
Not many of them.
Companions?
I mean, we could take Ogren to go see her. She's not very,
Yeah. Okay, where's
keen
Alistair's
on
family?
that. That's in Denerim.
Is that in Denerim?
Like, all roads lead to Denerim at this point, other than the,
But do we still have the Andraste's Ashes quest?
yeah, and guess where that leads?
Denerim?
Yep.
Oh. Fuck. I don't want to go to Denerim. That's gonna start a whole slew of stuff.
Well, that's just what we're gonna have to do.
Should we bring Ogren to? She might get just slap him.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
Why don't we just do it? Let's just go ahead and just get that one done.
She's gonna hate me for taking him there. I need to complete the quest though.
Yeah, I feel bad because we didn't tell her that he was changed because I don't know that he really has.
I mean, is he though? Are we sure?
No. But he says, I have a big Steam library, if you know what I mean. Passes out drunk. Yes.
Alright, let's see. Hopefully I get a chance to regroup when I leave to the map
Bobman
menu.
says he would like to see a sneak peek of Rosna's birthday present. Sure?
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah, she might watch the export. I don't know. I don't know how closely she follows the channel, if at all.
Does she watch us?
I have no idea. I know she's watched some of my Stalker stuff. I don't know about anything else. Alright, let's see. So, Grin, Al, and Win. Let's go.
This is probably going to go bad.
Oh, I'm sure it is. This is going to go horrible.
This is not going to go well.
Like, realistically, if some chick was that adamant about not wanting to see it, I would not do it, because that's rude. Quest, though, game logic. This doesn't look like Kellen had. It's a random encounter. What? Dwarf? Old Tegrin.
You have coins, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, Old Tegra can give you a discount.
Here we go.
Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
Sounds cool.
I think times have changed Orzammar, but let's see that discount.
Yep, times have changed. Alright then.
Does he have cool stuff?
Tome of Skill and Sundry. A sprawling work of early Ferelden that attempts to unify many disciplines under one theory of mental capacity. Long censored by the Chantry, the book grants a greater capacity for general skills. This tome grants the reader 1 point to spend on a skill, but is rendered useless afterwards. For 12 gold? Screw that, man.
Bob says she already knows about the present because I needed her help with part of it. So it's not really a surprise present, just a regular present.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Dwarven armor.
This doesn't look like Callahad, it's a random cow. What's the temperament or whatever?
Plus 10 mental resistance. Painting of the Rebel Queen.
We should get that. It's a gold.
14 silver. Why not?
Always
Silver
buy the
Sword
gifts.
of Mercy.
What's that?
An ornate silver amulet in the shape of a sword. That's cool.
We should give that one to Al.
Blue satin shoes.
Who's that for?
I have no idea. It's blue suede shoes though.
I think we should give it to Lel. That guy says, I have returned!
If anyone in this party needs blue suede shoes, it is Zevran.
Oh, he's gonna hate it. Save, though. Save. Did he have a backpack?
Nope.
Marcus says, for a second there, I thought that those cows were Brahmin. But I guess the cow level is a lie. And that guy says, hello everyone, I am in a good mood.
Yeah, it makes two of us. I'm tired, and yet I have maintained a good mood all day. Alright, Ogren. We're gonna go, and we're gonna reunite you with your not-girlfriend, and she's probably gonna slap you. You cool with that? Because I'm cool with that.
Okay,
Alright, let's do this.
There she is. I'm gonna go talk to her. Look, you gotta back me up here.
Nah, brah. Nah, this is all you.
What do you mean?
What do you mean back you up, man? I'm not gonna play your wingman.
Just follow my lead, you know?
No, I don't know.
I think there
are a few things you should know.
What do you mean? I got something in my beard?
Oh, God.
My trousers are open? What?
Nah, each of those are pretty likely,
She
and
hasn't
yet
exactly forgiven you for
the Nug incident.
Yeah.
That fight was rigged. Anyway, the guard said it wasn't worth pressing charges, so she's no call to hold a grudge. Did she say anything else?
I didn't get arrested, therefore everything I did is alright. That's your logic here.
Go get her.
You know what? Just go. I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna eat popcorn and I'm gonna enjoy the show.
Just be ready to pry her up when she throws herself at me.
She's gonna try and kill you.
I don't want to make a scene here. Well, don't pry her not a baker. Because you had a
God.
set of buns.
Well, look what the nug dragged in. I should have known you were in the neighborhood by the stench. What are you doing here?
Just trying to kick back with a pint. Fighting darkspawn's a lot of sodding work, you know?
You're fighting darkspawn?
Should we help him or just watch?
Help him. We need him on our side and to not be drowning his sorrow.
I mean, he was really useful down there. Like, that's not even making it up. He was super useful.
He did.
So, I mean, he took on an army of golems almost single-handed.
Yeah, there was only 3 of us.
Yeah, I mean, almost single-handed when there was only a group of 4. That's almost single-handed. I'm only lying on a factor of 3. Is that a... we're gonna hand him away.
Hi, Kyle.
It was a bit of pain, but it was a personal favor for the King of Orzammar.
Yeah, of course.
A whole surface to choose from, and you just happened to come to my tavern?
Yeah, well,
Do we tell her? Because he was looking for her. Is it terrible that I'm not taking this at all seriously for him?
I don't know. Should we...
You know what? I'm just like, this is the tone that I would just like. He was looking for you, actually. I mean, I'm just saying.
He's gonna be upset with us, but go ahead.
You know, I was thinking about our days together back in Orzammar.
Oh, so you mean you didn't find another girl willing to put up with you pissing on the table? I'm shocked.
It's a sign of affection.
Is it? Is it, though?
Tell her you've been thinking of her. Yeah.
Yeah,
well, he was.
Yeah, we're gonna...
It's
yeah,
true.
Just, like, nuds, just, hey! Sweetness, less with the table pissing.
Yep.
I've been thinking about you, Felsi.
What do you want, Ogren?
Marcus is like, I'm getting
Just
popcorn.
thought I'd see how you were doing is all.
You do.
Oh God, he did.
If you know what I mean.
Well, you've seen me. You'll have to go back to Orzammar for the brunch.
Well played! Let's see. I mean, he is more fun. He's...
It is. It's true. It's not a lie.
It's not intellectual fun. It is fun, however.
If by fun you mean more likely to light parts on fire, yes.
Oh well, it's been fun, Felsi, but I better go.
Don't let the door hit you in the arse on the way out. Actually, who am I kidding? Go ahead and let it. Indulge yourself.
I like you. I don't think there was any way that could have gone well.
We tried. We're gonna go.
See ya. Sorry about that.
Oh God.
So, Ogren, I think that went well.
That could have gone better.
Nah. You can try again.
Why bother? Once this blight thing's taken care of, the ladies will be all over me like flies on a corpse.
Not quite the imagery I think you'd want.
Well, I can. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sure.
Can you teach me to fight like you do?
You want to be a berserker?
No, not really.
Thought I'd never see the day. You're a monster on the field already, Warden. But your style just doesn't give itself to mad rage. Too much thinking, too much, finesse.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you know someone fit for this type of work, I'll teach them. It'll be nice to have another berserker to grunt at for a change.
Stanton, talk to this man.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you want to think like a berserker, drop fair from your vocabulary. If it works, that's all.
Ghost says Ogren is always my favorite. He's hilarious.
Alright, we'll talk more later.
Aye. Alright then.
Just secretly send some flowers and apology. Yeah. We're sorry here. EA, next medieval dating sim since 10 years. God, this is awful.
Alright then.
He's just laughing because he's single-handed, carrying a two-handed sword on his back.
Alright, let's see.
That guy says, Cliff, what would you do if Fallout 4 got dog armor on day 1?
Got what?
Dog armor.
Oh,
Armor for the dog.
You mean like horse armor DLC?
On day one? Or I might be willing to put in mods for doggy armor.
Yeah, if it's a mod, that's cool.
Like, if it's puppy armor, I might be willing to hit next the whole no mods thing just for puppy armor.
The short answer, if you mean like DLC a la the old horse armor, is just not get it. Like, that's all I would do. Let's see.
Marcus says, seriously, I need this guy's a follower in Fallout 4. But he says, everyone loves microtransactions, seeing that they make more money off that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just watch Jim Sterling's, like, what was it, 5 Ways to Ruin the Binding of Isaac? That was actually kind of clever.
Yes, Fallout Horse Armor, but DLC for $3.
Yeah, like, the short answer is just, I just wouldn't get it, because it's not worth it, because it's dumb. Even though, like, I know, I can take this moment to expound a little on that. I know a lot of people railed against that, because it's just like, all you're getting is this. And yet, for some reason, even though horse armor is a meme unto itself for the cost to what you receive, like ratio, I suppose you call it, cosmetic things, like microtransactions, like purchasing a skin in, say, Dota 2, some of which are like $10 to $15, no one bats an eye. No controversy, no nothing. Like, I still think those prices are ludicrously overpriced. Like, I am hardly willing to spend anything more in excess of $1 for anything cosmetic. It just seems strange that people made such a fuss about horse armor, and rightly so, and they just don't. For so many other games whose cosmetic additions that aren't considered DLC, and yet they are. They're just microtransactions that, you know, you are downloading a little. It's downloadable content. That is DLC. It just isn't, like, I suppose labeled as such. I don't know. It's just strange that people don't, like, label them the same way when they are the same thing.
Mm-hmm. And he says, can they not DLC the smallest shit, please? That would be nice.
Yeah, I know. Can we just maybe get, like, complete games at release? Is that so much to ask? Well, oh wait, no, we need to head to Orzammar to let her know. She's accepted! We're delivering her acceptance letter.
Yes.
Does that mean I get a cool owl since I'm giving someone a Mage College acceptance letter?
No one talks about other cosmetics on day one? Look at Evolve. We're not talking on day one, we're talking about in general.
No, I mean just in general. And yeah, I mean Evolve was a gross example of day one DLC as well. Like, I'm not a fan of day one DLC of any variety, because I know they can make the excuse, well, different segments of the development team were working on different things, and this was intended as DLC. If it was all ready on day one, there is no excuse to not include that with the full game. Mm-hmm. It just, there is only the objective of just squeezing more money out of people and not actually completing the game and just chopping it up into multiple pieces that they can charge individually for, because that's an okay thing.
And Bunny says, unlockable costumes, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's a myth of the old days at this point. I remember, and you could just play things like Soul Calibur or Mortal Kombat, and you had to unlock characters, you had to earn them. Now you just purchase them. When I saw that an MK10 Goro is a DLC character, I'm done with Mortal Kombat. I liked MK9. I will never purchase 10, even though the action looks decent, the graphics are gorgeous, the animations kind of suck, the fatalities are also pretty damn underwhelming, and yet, I mean, it's Mortal freaking Kombat, and from what I've heard, it's got a decent story, kind of like MK9 did. I just, on principle, I can't support that, because no. WD, what are you doing?
Bob says, I wouldn't mind cosmetics that were exclusive for day one purchases and stuff. Like, if you bought it on day one, you get X.
I'm on the fence with those.
Then he says, day one DLC, how it's totally annoying, not harm.
It's anti-consumer at the end of the day, in any variety.
Hello, how can I... Oh, it's you.
Mm-hmm.
It's been
time to get to the circle and back, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, please tell me what they said.
First Enchanter Irving accepted you for study. Congratulations.
Ancestors, bless you. I can't believe it. There hasn't even been a dwarven observer in the circle since Ch.11 in the 13th century.
Sure.
I need to pack. No, my parents would get suspicious. I need to go. Is there anything I should bring? Books? Tuition?
Nothing. I mean, they need every ally they can get. You might want to pack some food, though, because it's kind of a walk.
Then I should go before my parents come looking for me. If you ever go to the circle again...
So you're just gonna disappear? No, see ya, Dad. Screw you. I'm going anyway. I'm gonna walk off now.
We should go in there and tell him. That is his,
Can I get you a
Hey, friendo. You're down a daughter. Just thought I'd let you know.
You again. Here to buy something, or were you just thinking of renting another part of my shop?
Well, I mean, if you consider your family shop, well...
There's not really any option there.
Let me just see what you got.
Of course. Keep in mind, we also take items on trade.
Cool. You have a backpack?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That guy says 15 years ago, I finally unlocked all cosmetics now. I finally bought all cosmetics. Because he says, it'd be better to do the cosmetics that were exclusive for the day one purchase and stuff. She says it'd be better to do that for pre-orders rather than day one.
Yeah, and
that guy says he's also using Texas tips while watching Texans.
I approve. Nice. I'm just not a fan of like what pre-order culture has evolved into. And like for instance, look at say Namco. The old Soul Calibur games, and at this point old is actually including, Soul Calibur 4 and 5.
Because they haven't come out with a new one
Because
in, like, ever.
They've languished so long, all of their attentions on, I forget what it's actually called, what's essentially Soul Calibur Online, the free-to-play version of it that's on PSN. For those of you who don't know, yes, that exists. There is a free-to-play Soul Calibur game, and it is as pay-to-win, as microtransaction heavy, as piecemeal purchase every little component as you could possibly imagine. I have the most complete of contempts for the strategy at work in the construction of that game. And so, much as a part of me really wants another Soul Calibur, the rest of me is so afraid of, in the wake of what's now common, especially amongst fighting games. Like when I saw that, what is it? Killer Instinct was sold day one in a fashion so piecemealed that one character was available at the start. Every other character in the roster, every other one must purchase individually. I am so afraid of what Namco, already one of the less in touch, less wise when it comes to, purchasing strategies, that kind of thing. They're already kind of money grubbing. In lieu of like seeing that, what they might do and chop up in the next Soul Calibur. Like, I want to see one that can actually live up to the classics, and yet a part of me is like, if you're going to ruin it, just don't. Just leave it alone. Just no. Consider Soul Calibur finished. And that's pretty much all I have on that little ramble.
And then that guy says, to be honest, Fallout 4 got pre-orders right. Bobman says, did they? That guy says, Pip-Boy, sock, posters, and Dota 2 announcers. Nothing in-game. Bobman says, yeah, but the Pip-Boys were sold out in like 3 days, and Bethesda was stupid enough not to make more. That guy says, it makes them unique, except people would still have bought them, even if they weren't unique.
Thing is, though, I can absolutely promise you that they are losing money on the Pip-Boy editions. The whole concept of, oh, so many more people would have purchased them. Look at the cost of, what extra you have to pay for the Pip-Boy edition versus what I'm sure the construction costs were for each Pip-Boy, especially considering the electronics in it and everything. They're either maybe coming to even, or they're actually taking them at a loss and they only produced those as a means of generating more hype, which of course will lead to more sales in general, so that they profit in the end.
That's true.
They're not actually making money directly on the Pip-Boy editions. I can just about promise you that.
Miss T says, I agree that having no in-game advantages is a good way to do pre-order rewards.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, stuff like free t-shirts, like the actual Pip-Boy, like, I can even actually commend Assassin's Creed. Syndicates, some of the pre-order stuff for that. Like, you actually got the prop, like, gauntlet with the hidden blade.
No,
that's cool.
Pre-order. That's something completely
Well,
separate.
that was, like, the additional thing with it. It was like, one of the Uber pre-order bonuses. Like, normal pre-orders don't get that. You had to spend, like, I think it was like $100 on that. Still, though, like, that's the kind of stuff I support. I just don't like the idea of content that is already in the code, in the game, chopped up, and only certain people are allowed it, even though it's on the freaking disc. If I purchased it, I should have access to anything that's already on it, because you freaking purchased it. Even though, you know, the whole EOLA, you never purchase anything on a disc anymore. You only rent it if you actually read the licensing agreements.
Which is stupid.
Even though the way they're written, at least in the US, I have a hard time fathoming any American judge that would actually allow one of those EOLA agreements to hold up in court if challenged. It's just no one has actually managed to take them to court over it, because it would mean essentially confronting... Oh, wait, I think the wrong way. No, wait, this is the right way. It would mean challenging one of the large companies in court when they can just throw all the money in the world at it.
Boy, you ever been married?
Of course not. I was raised in the chantry.
Think the hardest stone you can find. Marriage is for suckers.
So, no pitter-patter of little Ogren feet running around the home cave, I take it?
All I ever got out of that moss liquor was a headache, a deaf ear, and a scratched up back. And that rash it took 3 different ointments to get rid of.
Wow. She gave up on you, did she? And here you are, a keeper, too.
I love you, Al. Don says I'll be back. Homework calls.
Alrighty.
And then Bunny, yeah, Bunny says, remember the BS with Street Fighter and Tekken? The times they were. And then he goes, Deus Ex Mankind Divided.
Yeah, at least they actually, they rescinded that. The whole augment your pre-order thing. And that's the thing that...
He says that Al is really great. Isn't he, though? Isn't he?
I'm actually kind of proud of Eidos for listening, and of the community for not just falling into that cynical, I suppose, assumption. The whole, like, well, just whining about things you don't like online. You're just, you know, you're pissing in the wind. You're just shouting at nothing. You're not going to make any difference that way. Well, they're demonstrably wrong, because Augment Your Pre-Order was canceled due to the constant clamor online. It's just like the production of the Citadel DLC for Mass Effect 3, and the, you know, corrections that were made to some of the immediate updates that were made to Mass Effect 3. The fact that they extended the ending sequence to conclude things, because they reacted, they made changes, they, you know, spent funding and allocated resources due to what people said. Like, the cynical concept that, you know, oh, just shut up and deal with it, you can't do anything about it, is demonstrably false. So, like, that really vindicated a lot of, you know, online personalities that were essentially some of the, you know, the mouthpieces for everyone else that were essentially, you know, channeling their viewership and audiences, you know, opinions into a platform that is more visible to some of the publishers that actually follow them. People like TB, Jim Sterling. Like, that was a really cool couple of occasions that there are more of. Like Angry Joe, actually. Some of the criticisms he made of certain games affected some of the updates and then some of the sequels to those games. So, like, those are some of the really cool, like, vindicating moments when it's just like, yeah, all right, it's actually, you know, challenging the status quo can sometimes actually yield results, assuming they actually listen. So let's see.
Says, what's funny is the fanboys were defending Eidos on that pre-order nonsense, which led to a double face palm. That guy says, a good example of that Payday 2 skin system. People are still threatening to go gas everyone at Overkill.
That whole thing just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, the one thing that I can say sort of, do not crucify me here, in defense of Overkill for Payday 2 is that one can't really, unless you're strictly speaking in terms of a competitive, like who does more, who is more effective sort of sense, call even statistical advantages in Payday 2 equipments necessarily pay to win, because it's a co-op game. There's no competition. There isn't really the aspect of if two players with equal gear and equal player experience are pitted against each other and one of them has an objectively superior weapon stat-wise, he is expected to win statistically. When it's co-op, that's not a concern. It's just really helping the rest of the team. So the only thing that is really pay to win there is just, well, who's going to come out on top with the highest kill count? Like, that is the only thing in Overkill's defense I can really say, is that I think a lot of people were making the pay to win thing of it when it's not really applicable. At the same time, mind you, I'm still very much like, nah, I don't like the idea of anyone having game-affectingly different gear due to the fact, even in a co-op game, that no one else has. Like, I much prefer for any amount of paid content to remain cosmetic in nature. Like, I'm not even really a fan of map packs because of the fact that they tend to then segregate player communities, like the way that EA has done, the way that DICE has done. The fact that there are multiple maps. If I were to connect to, say, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, I can't connect to those because I lack the map packs. And if, say, someone like Vostok with Servarium, a much more limited player base, were to do that, they already have a very limited community. To then separate it even more is a terrible idea from their own perspective, because that's going to mean that a lot of people are going to connect and feel like, oh, there's only like 12 people that are willing to play on this map, because that's the amount of people that have it, that are online at any given time. So, screw it, I'm just not going to play today. Like, that will lead to less traffic, and that will lead to less revenue for them.
Bunny says, speaking of Angry Joe, the new Warhammer that's coming out is a pre-order of which contains the Chaos Warriors. Again, the Chaos Warriors, the faction that's been part of the lore of Warhammer.
Wait, what? Chaos Marines are pre-order only? That's stupid. That's just straight to take Angry Joe's words. You done fucked it up. That's stupid. Anyway, alright, let's see. Is there anything else we can do around here? Not really. So let's hit the dinner room.
Marcus says, I wonder, is there any serious consequences for brutally murdering a router? Oh, what did I miss this time? Lots of angry ranting.
Yeah, essentially,
there's angry ranting involved.
Just rambling on about the state of the modern games market. No introductory cutscene, it's just, wow, we're in dinner room now. Alright then.
Okay, let's go see Al's sister first.
Yep.
Let's go do that. Let's...
Well, this place is...
not talk to the quest people.
Cheery.
Oh, Lord.
Alright then.
I
Hi
have
there.
a feeling we're going...
Look, Vegeta. Locals. Hey, you're an elf.
He says, be back in a bit. Okay.
I can't even click on you. Alright, fine.
Like I said, but hey, their last DLC was Chivalry, and that came out 4 months ago. Maybe they'll make less DLC and more free updates.
Was that a question? Didn't sound like a question.
How in the maker's name do you manage to be constantly drunk? Are we even carrying that much alcohol with us?
Jealous, huh?
A little, yes. Why can't I be drunk all the time? I never get to be drunk.
Why not?
You know, if you drank more wine, you'd whine much less.